Today we're going to take a look at a community-driven tool that has integrated the Veve collectibles and that is also going to integrate functionalities based on the ECOMI token. So that in itself will give some interaction, some utility to the Veve collectibles and also to the ECOMI token. And that is the website Stackr. And we are going to discover it today with my personal account. Hey everyone, it's the Patient Toddler coming at you with another video, and as I said in the intro, we are going to discover Stackr.world today, so that is also the link where you can find it. I will also drop the link down in the description. Now, first of all, very important to note is that I am not sponsored to make this video and I do not receive funds in any way. I just think that it is important for everyone who is in ECOMI and Veve to know about this project and that it could be cool for you, could be good for you to know about this. Now, it says here coming soon, but it's actually already live. You can join a waitlist, a whitelist, so to say, to get into that project early. So this one here is built, and one of the main drivers behind it is the Veve whale, and very known figure in the ECOMI Veve fam is Dr. Profit. And he has been building, together with other people, I assume, this project. So just so you know. And I have not been part of the building, nor do I receive any funds. So if you enjoyed this type of video, then make sure to smash up the like button right now. Yeah, go ahead. Smash the like button. But jokes aside, subscribe to the channel and tick the little bell to always get notified whenever I upload a video. So how do you get in? You type in your browser Stackr.world and then you can join a waitlist. And if you do that, it asks you to join with your Twitter account. And then based on that, you'll get a notification, you'll get a message to list a collectible for a specific value in the millions, so that you cannot lose the collectible because of that value. Otherwise, you would sell it for over $1 million, and hopefully no one would be sad about that. But then for this very abstract value that you list your collectible, they are actually able to identify your Veve account and link it, so give basically a free pass for you to join Stackr. And that is a very cool way, in my opinion, because you would not want to put any email or password of yours into that Stackr website, which is why they make this joining via Twitter. So I already did that, so I don't have to, and I already got access, and I will just put in here continue to connect with X, and then we see here quickly that I was on the Twitter forwarding page and we are already in. So as you can see here, I have to put that a little bit lower. As you can see here, we have here a board where we can access the different functionalities, collections, analytics, leaderboards, and dashboard. And that is only what is out right now. And in this landing page, we can now find specific things for us to discover. So I will do that right now and put myself a little bit out of the way. So as we can see here, on the very top, we see a leaderboard and the wallet addresses. If someone toggles on their personal profile that they can display your name instead of the wallet address, then they display the name. So we see here, for example, Dr. Profit number 2, 17,000 NFTs. Bezojman is the first one. Hasn't yet used Stackr World, so or hasn't toggled the name, so we don't see it here. Now, we also see here the top Veve collectibles in a spotlight, and it's sort of built with the floor price, with 1 day and 7 day differences here between in the price movement and what the market cap is. So we can see, for example, technically calculated the market cap of partner statue is $8 million, but keep always in mind that's obviously not a real market cap, because that would mean that there is enough liquidity to exchange all of the partner statues for a given price. So it's not like crypto where you just list something and basically it sells immediately into another buy order. So it doesn't work that way. Now we see here some others and the floor price. I think it's interesting to get a little bit of an overview like that for the floor prices. And we also see here, for example, the top licensors by market cap. Now I have to get this a little bit away here. Top licenses by market cap. Marvel leading the whole thing with 80 million. That is because all of the comics are in that. So we can see here really we have Disney, we have DC, we have Star Wars as a separate one. So it's not within Disney, and Universal for those market caps. And then we also find top brands on Veve. So Disney Golden Moments, for example, is the biggest one. Then Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, which I think is a comic series, and so on. And then also we have notable Veve transactions here, which is mostly by mint number and then also by a significant floor price. So we see, for example, that the last notable transactions that we see here is a gold logo that has sold for $5,500 and we see from who to whom that is. And I hope in the future we'll see more of the names so we know actually who transferred what to whom. Now, as you can see here on the top, I have the option to look into my personal profile where I can manage the account or sign out. We'll do that later, but let's first of all look at collections. So if I only jump into the collection header, I am able to look at specific, for example, first editions or first appearances or con exclusive or number ones, right? The firsts. And I can also say if it's a collectible or a comic. And then I can sort by, for example, floor price. We see the biggest floor price that we have, for example, in the app is 111,000 for a movie ticket stub and 100,000 for a Secret Rare 7 edition Aston Martin. But then we also see how these moved. Donnie, for example, in a bull run was listed at floor for 80,000. Now Donnie is available for 10,000. So we see the bear market really has impact. We can sort that by percentage movement. So we can, for example, see that the uncommon of Uncanny X-Men has surged by 400%. And we see that also in some of the other comics that there are actually big percentage moves. Here we see it if we sort by 7 day, what the percentage moves in the week are. And actually, if we just judge by the floor price, these are not too shabby, these moves. The question is, are you able to sell at the new price still? Or is there no selling available anymore? And then for the 30 days as well, so we can see here, for example, that some secret rares are jumping in floor. And then we can sort by market cap as well. You can sort by rarity, so we can say please only show secret rare and please only show comics, and then we can do a little bit of search on the floor price of the secret rare comics, for example. So here we see that which are the cheapest ones that we can get. For example, here Spider-Woman at $26 and how they have moved. So Spider-Man is down 20%. That Spider-Woman is down 20% on the month, right? So we could now, for example, combine that and see where the biggest losers are. For example, Devil Dinosaur has dropped 82%. So you might be able to find some interesting deals here if you're looking to buy collectibles. If we go into analytics, we can get a bigger look at the overall market activity. So for example, we can say, hey, let's look at a very short term and see how the market moves. I think that doesn't give us really much insight, other than that at some drop days we have more trades and other days we only have 1,000 trades here, 645 buying, 693 selling, and so on. So the red bar here is selling, the green ones is buying, and on drop days, obviously buying is way higher and trades are way higher. I think where it really gets interesting is if we open up, for example, the 2-year history. Then we see here the trade numbers, how it was in the end of the bull run, and how it is now in the bear market. And we clearly see that the volume went away. And we can also look at weekly numbers, so it gets a little bit clearer and a little bit less laggy. But we also see the same picture is even bigger. We see how the volume really drops off here. Now this last week here doesn't count because the week is not full yet. The volume is still in action and still stacking. But if we go on the rolling 30-day, for example, we really see how this curve of the Veve market plays out. And at some point, I expect when we have altcoin season in the crypto market and funds everyone is rich with degenerate coins, and maybe we have some more things for Veve and ECOMI, that this volume will have a turnaround and we'll actually see more and more trades and trade volume. So on a 30-day or on a weekly basis, we can also check out how on a weekly basis we have trades. So we're about 30 to 25,000 trades on the week. So that is interesting, and I think this is something for me also as a YouTuber, as someone who is giving daily updates on the Crypto Morning Coffee, that we are looking at stuff like that together every morning. So I'm really happy that this is around, because I think it's a well-made site. Nothing is really lagging hard, and I think it's good to use. So then there are also leaderboards, and I think here it gets interesting, because it basically integrates your wallet and then gives you the different ranks in the categories of your collecting. So in overall in Veve, I am currently with my collectibles at rank 2131, and collectibles only at 4600, but in comics I am at 1407. So I think I'm pretty good with the comics here. And also at Marvel, because of the comics, I am at 1504. Now this in itself, if you're a Marvel collector, if you're a Star Wars collector or so, could give you an incentive to climb the ranks and to be the most degenerate of them all and be in the top ranks, right? That the same counts for golden moments. There might be more categories over time. They're still building on the site, so there might be more things coming. If we're looking at the leaderboards once more, you can, for example, say you can look at the top Veve and then see here, Bezosman is owning almost 0.5% of the entire supply. So that's a big whale, but that's not super shocking, but it's quite a bit, right? But then we can also look at who's owning the most sub 100s, and there we actually see that Dr. Profit is leading the whole thing with 4.72%, right? With 2,500 sub 100 items. Yeah, so that is only one way of the leaderboard. Then we can also look at comics, for example, and we can see here again Bezosman is leading that whole thing, but in the sub 100 there's actually someone else in the sub 100 comic section with 8 items, which is because comics, actually I think this needs to be changed for comics. Otherwise it's very difficult to have sub 100s on comics. It's very, very, very difficult. It only works with these super low edition comics, because the rest is withheld by Veve. Now you can click through the leaderboards yourself, but here on the dashboard, for example, this is now my portfolio, and I'm going to be completely transparent here. I don't care if you all know that. So my current portfolio worth is $6,428. I have put over 10,000 in, so I am down roughly 35 to 40%, which is not too bad, because I mean that's more or less what I'm down on a crypto portfolio, where I just DC8 in all the time at the moment, with 141 collectibles and 412 comics. And actually I will cross-check that with my Veve, because I think that the site currently doesn't give me the correct numbers here of the collectibles that I have. I think something is missing, but I'm not quite sure. So here you see also the latest transfers that I made, and on these transfers, let me just quickly check here for my account. Yeah, I have 415 comics, so there are actually 3 comics missing somehow, and I have but the collectibles, they are correct. So somehow there are 3 comics missing, which I will report to the makers of the site. But you can see here, for example, that my last purchase was a 534 mint transfer here, so you can see what's going on in my portfolio. You can also see my latest transactions, or your latest transactions in a sense, where you bought it from. For example, if you got it from as a drop, as this one here, 718 mint from Veve. Otherwise it says, or here's a sold 2, so I sold my 2 Uncanny X-Men comics into a pump and actually managed to sell them, and yeah, so there's a wallet address which bought those comics. You can also check sets, and at the sets it says which sets are you still have to complete, and how many pieces are missing. For example, here for the Batman Black and White, there are 3 pieces missing because I have the Joe Madureira Batman, and it would cost me around 1,834 to get the set. You can also sort this, for example, cheapest to complete. But I'm in season 1, and it says here cheapest to complete is $62. It's the cheapest S1 set to complete. But I want to know it for all seasons, for example. And then I would see that I only have to spend $7 on this poster to be able to complete that set. And then, so you see here for roughly 30 or 40 gems, I can actually complete a set, right? So here, for example, the gauntlet, I can buy another empty gauntlet and I can complete that set as well. So this is obviously more for completionism, for set hunters. And what I really want to see, which they did not implement, is that you can, instead of not owned or only started, that you can select sets that you have already completed, to be able to flex on streams, or to be able to take screenshots of all the sets and so on to post that on Twitter or whatever, right? You can also say what's the most expensive to complete. That's obviously the ticket. Yeah, and so on. And then there's also the account, and that is the same as if you go here. If you want to go to your account, you see here my Veve username is Basement Jack. My X account is Hodler Patient Hodler. And I have said that everyone can see my name on the leaderboards. So I can also enable that features like your super cool dashboard tool for your collection, and set completion advisor, and then also community functionalities. And I think that is also going to be pretty interesting must for using our beautiful token gated communities. So token gated communities means there will be something like a forum, something like a Reddit being implemented, and to be able to comment and write in certain chats, you, for example, need to hold a certain amount of OMI. That on the one hand stimulates people to have more OMI, and on the other hand, it's maybe based on a specific collectible also. So there's token gated functionalities coming in that platform that basically allows you to interact with a specific community that is like-minded. So unlike Twitter, where everyone can just say and do whatever they want, that is actually to bring specific collectors, specific collectible communities, specific OMI collectors and so on together, and give additional utility to them. So overall, I like this Stackr.world very much. I will use it for my streams. I will use it for a better portfolio overview, and I think it's the best site so far that I have seen. Yeah, and I think, hey guys, sign up if you want, if you're interested. Try it out. I think it's a very fluent, super good looking, is nice visuals, and I will definitely use it for many purposes. So I hope you liked the rundown on Stackr.world. If you did so, then smash up the like button right now for this video if you want more of such videos, and let me know in the comments below what you think about Stackr.world, and if you are going to sign up for it, or if you have already signed up. And let me also know if there are functionalities that I've actually missed today and that I should take a look at. Other than that, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and I see you in the next video or tomorrow at Crypto Morning Coffee. Bye.